to this next item off the top here. One of the things to come out of Comic-Con this year that's kind of been overlooked, because there's a lot of big things that came out of Comic-Con, is the fact that the show The Orville. Now, of course, you guys know The Orville. It's the show by Seth. I almost said Seth Rogen. Seth. That would have been a totally different show. Seth MacFarlane. It's basically his homage, some might call ripoff, of Star Trek. And it's got its fans, and it's, even to me, I enjoy the show. It's a little bit of a hit and miss show, but when it hits, it's awfully good. But one of the little pieces of news that came out is the show is being moved off of Fox. It's no longer going to be on Fox going into season 3, and there's not going to be a new season in 2019. The new season won't come out until later in 2020. It's now being moved over to Hulu as an original Hulu series. Here's what the report says. This comes to us out of The Verge. It says, Fox renewed the series back in May, and MacFarlane noted that the show has evolved and become more ambitious production-wise, leading to the production delay. Hulu will live alongside Disney's other streaming services, Disney Plus and ESPN, and Disney has indicated that it would continue to invest in original content for the platform. The Orville, this is a good observation by The Verge. The Orville feels exactly like the type of show that Disney would send over to Hulu, as opposed to Disney Plus's more family-friendly approach, as it's an irreverent and slightly more adult-orientated series. And Rob, when I hear about this thing moving over to Hulu and all that kind of stuff, and this is going to raise a lot of discussion. Some people are already complaining, like, why move it off free TV and to a pay service? But everything seems to be moving to streaming these days. I personally think The Verge kind of nailed it here when they said, look, Disney Plus is clearly a more family-friendly, it's not a G-rated network, but it's going to be a more family-friendly thing. The Orville clearly does get a little bit more risque in their humor, but I think it goes one step further than that. I think Seth MacFarlane probably loves this move to Hulu because it takes him off network television and gives him the ability to go a little bit more R-rated if he wants to. We saw what happened with Lucifer when they moved off of Fox over to Netflix. They didn't go hardcore, but they went a little bit more R-rated on that. I think this is going to be a playground that MacFarlane was going to love and has a lot of fun in, and I think he's going to love this and wants it badly. So overall, while at first this announcement kind of took me aback a little bit surprised, when I think about it, it seems to make perfect sense. Rob, what did you make of this?
I think it's a great idea because they're no longer worried about ratings. You know, whereas Fox, the Orville struggled, were they going to get the ratings to bring it back? Like Seth MacFarlane pointed out, it's an expensive show to produce. And I think that one of the great things about this move is we're going to get probably not just one, but 2 or 3 more seasons of the Orville. So they want someone like Seth MacFarlane. He's very well liked in the industry. They've got now the Family Guy, of course. How many seasons of the Family Guy have there been? I think Disney wants to be in the Seth MacFarlane business. They've inherited Seth MacFarlane from Fox, and why not go all in? And this is a labor of love. This is Seth MacFarlane's labor of love, and this is them saying, you know what? We're here. Our relationship with you is going to be long-term. Let's make some more Orvilles, and you don't have to worry about whether it's going to struggle in the ratings or not.
I disagree with you on that. Hulu, Disney Plus, Netflix, they care whether or not people are actually watching the program.
Sure,
and if nobody's watching it, they are going to pull it after season 3.
Of course, but they're not beholden to advertisers.
That's true.
You know, so they don't. When ratings on pay TV, on free TV, you have to be able to justify your ad rates, and that's what allows TV shows to be on the air. But with a streaming service, they're looking at their analytics, but they're amortizing across all of their shows. And if look, the Orville's got a sci-fi fan audience. We're the first people to get onto streaming services to see these shows.
True.
I think it'll do better on Hulu than it was doing on Fox.
You know what? I tend to agree with you. I think it will do a little bit better, and I think a part of that's because I think the handcuffs are going to get taken off MacFarlane. He's going to be allowed to go a little bit further on that, and I think that's going to appeal to a lot of the traditional MacFarlane fans as well.
Yeah.
So I think this is a good move. Guys, what do you think about this move of the Orville being moved off of Fox by Disney over to Disney's other property, Hulu? Do you think this is a good move? Do you think it might be really advantageous for them? Do you think it might spell trouble for them? Jump down in the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right.